It's Tuesday, September 30th, 2025, and I'm Dave Sobel. 4 things to know today. California passes the nation's first AI transparency law, setting compliance ripples in motion for providers. Musk's Department of Government Efficiency faces damning cybersecurity allegations. CISA severs a 2-decade partnership, reshaping local government cyber support. Microsoft doubles down with a merged marketplace, Intune for MSPs, and a shaky agent mode, and Broadcom ends VMware vSphere 7 support, putting customers on the move. The stakes are all in compliance, security, and opportunity. This is the business of tech. California Governor Gavin Newsom has signed into law Senate Bill 53, establishing new transparency requirements for large artificial intelligence companies, making it the first law of its kind in the U.S. This legislation mandates major AI labs, including OpenAI, Anthropic, Meta, and Google DeepMind, to disclose their safety protocols and ensures whistleblower protections for employees. The bill also allows the public and AI firms to report critical safety incidents to California's Office of Emergency Services. In addition, companies must report incidents involving crimes committed without human oversight, such as cyber attacks and deceptive behaviors not covered by the European Union's Artificial Intelligence Act. Governor Newsom emphasized that this law balances community protection with the continued growth of the AI sector, stating, quote, "California has proven that we can establish regulations to protect our communities while also ensuring that the growing AI industry continues to thrive," end quote. A recent report from Senate Democrats reveals that the Department of Government Efficiency, created by Elon Musk, is violating cybersecurity and privacy regulations across 3 federal agencies. The findings indicate that the department is operating outside of federal law and poses significant risks to the personal data of American citizens, with a whistleblower claiming a 35 to 65% chance of a catastrophic data breach at the Social Security Administration after sensitive information was uploaded without adequate protections. The report suggests that the Department of Government Efficiency has been bypassing necessary cybersecurity measures and oversight, raising alarms about the potential for identity theft and other privacy violations. It calls for stripping the department of access to sensitive personal information until compliance with federal security and privacy laws is ensured. In response, officials from the Office of Personnel Management and the Social Security Administration have disputed the report's conclusions, asserting that they adhere to strict security protocols and that no unauthorized access has occurred. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency has confirmed that it will conclude its cooperative agreement with the Center for Internet Security, which oversees the Multi-State Information Sharing and Analysis Center, effective today. This marks a significant transition for state and local government cybersecurity support as the federal agency shifts to a new model that prioritizes access to grant funding, no-cost tools, and cybersecurity expertise. For over 2 decades, the Center for Internet Security has provided vital cybersecurity services to local governments, but recent funding cuts have forced it to modify its business model, including charging members based on their IT budgets. As CISA diminishes its support for the center, it will continue to collaborate on information sharing and provide services such as grant funding through various programs and free cybersecurity assessments. Why do we care? Well, 3 stories, 1 theme: governance. California just passed the first AI transparency law. That means the compliance wave is real. If you're offering AI to clients, you can't ignore it. California is too big a market, and AI companies are based there. Then there's the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, accused of skipping cybersecurity basics at the Social Security Administration. The whistleblower says there's up to a 65% chance of a catastrophic breach. Even if that's politics talking, it proves the point. Cut corners on security, and efficiency doesn't matter. And finally, CISA is cutting ties with the Center for Internet Security. Local governments that relied on CIS's bundled help are now going to have to fend for themselves with grants and free tools. Guess who they'll turn to? Service providers who can actually make sense of it all. Regulations tightening, government stumbling, and the markets opening. This is your moment if you can be the trusted guide through compliance and funding chaos. This episode is brought to you by Control Map. Growing MSPs are using Control Map to build recurring revenue by expanding their GRC services. Starting now, ControlMap is offering a free plan for MSPs looking to get started with providing compliance as a service. Create a free account and run an assessment. Track key items like policies, risks, and evidence in one place. It's a practical way to prove value to a client before deciding to expand your compliance offering. Try ControlMap for free today. Visit scalepad.com/Dave to get started. That's scalepad.com/Dave. Cybersecurity researchers have identified the first known instance of a malicious model context protocol server found in the wild, raising serious concerns about software supply chain risks. A rogue code was discreetly introduced into an NPM package called postmark-MCP, which mimicked an official library. This malicious version, released on September 17th of this year, has been reported to forward every email sent through the server to an external email address, compromising sensitive communications. According to Koi Security, the developer behind this malicious package, who has also maintained 31 other NPM packages, uploaded the compromised version just days before its discovery. As a result, developers are urged to delete the package immediately and check their email logs for unauthorized activity. SNCC, a cybersecurity company, emphasized the high trust and permissions typically granted to MCP servers, making them prime targets for data theft. Why do we care? Well, here we go. Our first malicious model context protocol server in the wild. Somebody slipped bad code into an NPM package, and every email that went through it got copied to an attacker's inbox. Here's the thing. MCP servers get insane levels of trust. They're not just another library. They're sitting right in the middle of workflows. That makes them a goldmine for attackers. Security questions around MCP aren't academic anymore, and that didn't take long. If you're an MSP, you cannot just turn this stuff on for clients. You need guardrails, audit the packages, lock down permissions, and monitor for data leaks. Otherwise, you're opening the door wide for attackers. MCP isn't a freebie, it's a brand new attack surface. The bad guys have already figured that out. I covered the Microsoft Marketplace yesterday, and there's more detail. Microsoft is revamping its marketplace to include stricter partner rules, including updates to the Microsoft Publisher Agreement, which outlines new terms for partners selling AI-enabled applications and services. The revamped marketplace combines AppSource and Azure Marketplace, enhancing the discoverability of partner solutions integrated within Microsoft products. Additionally, Microsoft is launching resale-enabled offers that allow partners to authorize their channels to sell their solutions globally, which could lead to significant opportunities in the cloud landscape. Companies with AI tools are encouraged to list in the marketplace to benefit from this new framework and associated promotions aimed at increasing the adoption of Microsoft 365 Copilot. Microsoft is looking to strengthen its relationship with managed service providers, launching the Intune for MSPs initiative designed to encourage more providers to utilize its Intune management tool. This move comes amid ongoing concerns from smaller managed service providers about Microsoft's partner program and its frequent rule changes, which have left many feeling undervalued. The initiative highlights Microsoft's recognition of the critical role that managed service providers play in its cloud revenue strategy, as many Microsoft 365 subscribers are not fully utilizing the features available to them. Microsoft is actively engaging with vendors like Enforcer and Nerdio to facilitate multi-tenancy for Intune, addressing key challenges managed service providers face in managing multiple tenants efficiently. Now, while I'm on Microsoft has launched a new feature called Agent Mode in Excel and Word, allowing users to generate complex documents and spreadsheets simply by providing prompts. This advancement aims to make sophisticated tasks more accessible to those who may not be experts, leveraging the capabilities of the Anthropic AI models integrated into Microsoft 365 Copilot. According to Sumit Chauhan, Corporate Vice President of Microsoft's Office Product Group, this feature transforms productivity in Office applications, delivering results akin to what a first-year consultant could produce in minutes. Agent Mode in Excel boasts an accuracy rate of 57.2% in real-world spreadsheet tasks, while Agent Mode in Word enhances document creation into an interactive experience, enabling users to draft and refine content dynamically. The feature is currently available for Microsoft 365 Copilot customers and personal or family subscribers, with desktop support expected soon. Why do we care? Microsoft's tightening the screws. The marketplace merged, streamlined, with stricter rules. Sure, resale offers could open doors for vendors, but don't miss the catch. If you can't meet Microsoft's compliance bar, you're out. Intune for MSPs? About time. Multi-tenant management's been a pain forever. Microsoft's finally saying, yeah, MSPs matter. But let's not forget, they've jerked partners around before. Will this time be different? And then there's agent mode in Word and Excel. Supposedly your junior consultant in a box. Except it's right about only half the time. Great for starting a doc, dangerous if you don't check the math. Microsoft's pushing harder than ever to lock customers and partners into its ecosystem. The opportunity is there, but only if you navigate the compliance, manage the risk, and keep clients from thinking AI magic is smarter than it really is. That means you'll have to set client expectations early. AI will impress with speed, but disappoint without oversight. If you don't own that conversation, you'll be cleaning up the mess when clients assume the math, or the document, is bulletproof. Broadcom is set to end support for VMware's vSphere 7.x server virtualization platform on October 2nd of this year, leaving customers with critical decisions to make. Following Broadcom's acquisition of VMware nearly 2 years ago, the company transitioned from perpetual licensing to a subscription-based model, leading to significant changes in the software offerings available to customers. Experts warn that upgrading or migrating from vSphere can be a complex and costly process. Shane O'Rourke, a senior director at Spinnaker Support, emphasized the uncertainty customers face regarding VMware's future, noting that many are confused about their options post-acquisition. Gartner predicts that by 2028, cost concerns will drive 70% of enterprise-scale VMware customers to migrate their virtual workloads to cloud solutions. As customers weigh their options, third-party support providers like Spinnaker are stepping in to offer indefinite support for those who remain on vSphere 7. Why do we care? Broadcom's pulling the plug on VMware vSphere 7 support in October. That's the fallout of their VMware acquisition and the move to subscriptions only. Customers are left with 3 lousy options: pay more to upgrade, rip and replace with cloud, or gamble on third-party support. Gartner says 70% of enterprises will move VMware workloads to the cloud by 2028, and let's be honest, that's not innovation, that's sticker shock pushing people out. And migration? Costly, messy, and no one's excited about it. Every VMware customer is now in play. If you're not having this conversation with your clients about cost, risk, and long-term strategy, someone else will. This isn't about patching servers. It's about being the trusted advisor in the room as VMware loyalty starts to crumble. This is a once-in-a-generation account grab. Customers who run VMware for decades are suddenly in motion. Whoever helps them chart the path now won't just win the migration, they'll lock in the long-term relationship. If you're an MSP, you already know email is still the #1 way attackers get in. What's changed is how they do it. Automation, AI, and smarter social engineering are blowing past legacy filters and basic settings. So I'm hosting a live webinar defending against modern email threats on Tuesday, October 7th at 2 p.m. Eastern, sponsored by Mail Protector. We're going to cut through the marketing and get practical about what modern email security really means for providers. Here's what we'll cover: API versus gateway tools, where each shines, where they fall short, and how to pick the right fit for your clients. Outbound protection that actually works, stopping spoofing and impersonation, enforcing encryption, and tightening DMARC, SPF, and DKIM so your customers' brands don't take the hit. Configurations that matter, small tweaks that close big gaps without piling on complexity. And real MSP scenarios, what worked, what failed, and how tiny oversights led to big compromises. If you're building a new stack or tuning the one you've got, you'll leave with field-tested steps you can implement right away. Join me Tuesday, October 7th at 2 p.m. Eastern. Register now. The link is on screen and in the description. And let's move past theory into practical, next-level defenses against today's evolving email threats. Thanks for listening. Today is International Podcast Day. Thanks for listening to me on mine. Take a moment to tell somebody or share it or like it or follow it. It really does make a difference. It's what the algorithms test me on. My Patreons just heard about the Business of Tech Plus, and got a pre-launch offer, which is valid until the new offering goes live. Want to save big? Now's your time to sign up. Patreon.com/MSP Radio. The Business of Tech is written and produced by me, Dave Sobel, under ethics guidelines posted at businessof.tech. If you've enjoyed the show, make sure you've subscribed or followed on your favorite platform. It's free and helps directly. Give us a review, too. If you want to support the show, visit patreon.com/MSP Radio, and you'll get access to content early. Or buy our Why Do We Care merch at businessof.tech. Have a question you want answered? We take listener questions, send them in, ideally as a voice memo or video to question@mspradio.com. I answer listener questions live on our Wednesday live show on YouTube and LinkedIn. If you've got a comment or a thought on a story, put it in the comments if you're on YouTube, or reach out on LinkedIn if you're listening to the podcast. And if you want to advertise on the show, visit mspradio.com/engage. Once again, thanks for listening, and I will talk to you again on our next episode.
Part of the MSP Radio Network.